Did you know that an unpowered mono red prison deck almost made top 8 of Vintage Champs? Today we'll take that deck, put a Black Lotus and a Mox Ruby in it, and play it in a Vintage Challenge. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers. Fair gaming happening today in Vintage. I have in front of me the mono red prison deck that lost a winning into top 8 in Vintage Eternal Weekend in North America. That deck was actually unpowered. Today we're going to up the power a little bit. We're just going to add the old Mox Ruby and Black Lotus. They're going to take place of two Goblin Bombardiers. I think that's probably like the worst card in the deck. So I think starting by taking those two and replacing them with some fast mana acceleration is good. It's possible that we want to, end up cutting like a land or a Chrome Mox or something and getting more threats back in the deck if we decide that that's a problem. But for now, we're just going to cut the two weakest cards in the 3-drop slot and bring in some power. So yeah, so a mono red prison deck with no power, almost top 8'd Eternal Weekend in North America. Toast was the pilot. There were a couple other mono red prison decks that also performed well. So I want to run it through a challenge today. I think the big selling point of this deck is it has 4 Null Rods in the main. Null Rod is quite good into the current metagame. And Null Rod in combination with Blood Moon is really, really good into these Urza's Saga fair decks. Even in the unfair decks, right? Like you're playing against Jewel and you Null Rod Blood Moon them, they're dead. They're dead. They have no counterplay to this. Post board, maybe they bring in some worm coils, and then you have to change up your tactics. But so the main idea of this deck is to play a turn 1 threat or a turn 1 lock piece, not a turn 1 threat, in the form of Blood Moon or Null Rod. We also have Magus the Moon for the next 4 Blood Moons, and then you have a pile of 3-drop hate pieces or 3-drops that do various things. Fable is not exactly a combination. Treasure tokens are not a combination with Null Rod, but being able to loot away your excess mana is really, really powerful in this kind of deck. And then Goblin Blaster is just one of the quickest clocks in the game. We've got Fury to deal with creatures, a Karn that adds on to as a 5th Null Rod, and a Lelia as like another Goblin Rabble Master, another scaling threat. The sideboard has some fun ones. There are only 3 Leyline of the Voids. There are 2 Anarchies for the mono white matchup. And then a variety of different, anti-blue, anti-graveyard, anti-artifact style spells. I'm playing basically the list as is, except for the one change to add Ruby and Lotus in exchange for 2 Goblins. That's the only change I'm going to make from the deck list, and we're going to just play it as is and see how it does in this Vintage Challenge. Are you interested in weekly Vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my Vintage content. Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. All right, welcome to round 1 of this 64-player Vintage Challenge. We have 6 rounds of Magic to be played. Let's see what we've got. We got a nice opener. Very nice opener. What? Stop doing this. What? I don't know why it's doing that. My OBS, like I'm minimizing it, and then it's just like, would you like to pop up on the other screen for fun? That could be a problem if that is how it's going to do the whole day. But all right, my hand has a turn 1 Blood Moon or Trinisphere or something, so we're just going to keep. Feel like that's the bling. I just did update OBS, so maybe that's why it's being weird. This hand does have some problems. Like it's not really playing a threat on the next turn if the threat does resolve. But I mean, the whole goal of your deck here and your mulliganing structure is that you want to play one of your 3-drops or your Null Rod on turn 1, right? And this hand plays a Magus or a Blood Moon on turn 1, so. We also did lose the die roll, which is something you don't want to do with this deck. Looks like mono white. Mono white Cavern Go on a 6-card hand could be very good for us. Just take them off of the right colors of mana here. So let's just go. Well, there's no reason not to just go Ancient Tomb, right? Because it's going to resolve. I guess theoretically we could play a Fable instead and try to just like gain advantage here. I feel like there's some valid upside to playing a Fable instead, right? Because we get a person who makes a clock. Like, the problem is if they play an initiative creature immediately, it's just really bad for us, right? We probably are supposed to play Blood Moon and not Magus of the Moon in case they have Solitude. So I'm thinking the play here is City, Spirit Guide, Blood Moon, and hopefully they can't play spells. So that's going to be my line. City, Blood Moon, and hope they can't play spells. We can't play spells either, but I think that's okay here. Well, basic Plains Thalia. Fair enough. All right, well, we need to draw lands for the rest of this game. I think we're just going to lose to basic Plains, unfortunately. There's only, what, 2 basic Plains in their deck, and they had one of them, so. Ooh, Fury. We have to hold this Fury for sure. What it means if the land drop, we can play a Fable, so. Trinisphere was definitely a worse play, so I would not make that play. Yeah, this looks losing. My opponent just had the basic Plains. All right, so I guess what we do is Fury the Seasoned Engineer and play a Magus, because we can't play any of our other spells because of the Thalia, but we have to kill the Seasoned Engineer, so. This game is still technically winnable, but it's a really rough spot. The basic Plains is just so bad for us. I mean, they could even go like second basic Plains and play a Solitude now too. We were basically trying to prevent this kind of play from happening by playing the Blood Moon and making so my opponent like wouldn't be able to cast their spells, but they just had Plains, so. Should be a good matchup. I'm not sure. Maybe. So they have another follow-up creature if they're attacking here. I mean, we're just super dead. We lost the die roll, which was the difference between winning and losing this game. We win this game pretty much extremely easily if we win the die roll, right? I mean, they just have a Solitude, but I have to attack and just hope they don't have one. Oh, they're just gonna cast Solitude. Okay. Yeah, we'll just go next. I think we made all the right choices. It just didn't work. So we have Pyrokinesis and we have Anarchy. I think Null Rod's still pretty good on the play here. If I had to guess. Karn's probably not, though. Like, a turn 1 Null Rod is still very good against mono white. Yeah, I think this is what I want to do. I just got to figure out where I want to make cuts. I mean, we definitely need Rabblemaster. We're definitely not cutting any creatures from our deck ever. That's not happening. It might just be that Trinisphere is not actually as good. Every time I Trinisphere mono white, they just go like Ancient Tomb Plains 3-drop, right? Not sure, but we are on the play, so maybe it's a on the draw thing. Like on the draw, we could cut Trinisphere and Chalice and be pretty happy with it, or even just cutting Null Rods. But on the play, it doesn't really feel like that makes a lot of sense. We do have extra mana in our deck, so maybe we can cut some amount of mana. Like maybe we trim a Chrome Box. I don't know. This is my deck. This is not my deck list. So any choices involving cards I don't know the answer to. I could theorize, but probably just doesn't matter. Maybe we just play 2 Chromox down here. I don't know. Just do that. It's not like this deck needs to cast like a Pyroblast on nothing. So this hand doesn't have a turn 1 3-drop. So it's just a mulligan. All right, this hand has a Black Lotus. How much total mana do we have? 5 mana. So we just play our Blood Moon, right? What are we putting away here? I guess Petal, but then we're down a mana. We need 3 mana for our next turn 2 play. Maybe it's just Magus. We just get rid of Magus and go turn 1 Blood Moon, and then on turn 2 we play Fable. Oh, they revealed a Chancellor, which is totally fine for us. We can just lead Strip Mine. Oh, they revealed 2 Chancellors. All right, well, in that case, we just get our Petal countered. I shouldn't have played Strip Mine. I should have played the other one. It's fine. All right, they revealed 2 Chancellors, so we just get our Petal countered. The bad part about this is my opponent's probably just going to, like, Chrome Mox the crap out of us, right? We didn't have a Null Rod. Almost makes me want to just play Fable instead, but... It's, like, so bad for us if we don't play Moon first. We're just, like, so far away from Fable, whereas if we play Fable... Oh, sorry, we're so far away from second cast, so if we play Fable, we can still play our Moon on turn 2. It just has to be Fable. I'm pretty sure we just have to change our strategy because of this double Chancellor draw. Fable turn 1 is not weak. It's just not as good as Blood Mooning them. But the problem is they took our extra mana, so we can't make a turn 2 3-drop. So I have to just change my plan. Also, like, 2 Chancellors really makes it seem like they have Chrome Moxes, which means the Blood Moon is less effective anyways. I mean, if they play Athalia, I also still can't play a stupid Blood Moon, so... How much does this cost? This thing costs... I need 1... So this costs 4 to kill Athalia. Deal X damage divided as you choose among up to 2 target creatures. I think I want to change the Blood Moon for a new card and strip mine my opponent. Yeah, I'm going to change my Blood Moon for a new card and strip mine my opponent. Play Basic Mountain. Can't attack because of first strike. I mean, knowing my opponent, they're just going to go Ancient Tomb Initiative Creature, right? And we'd lose the game, but can't do anything about that. Wasteland. All right, so Fable flips. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty happy with how we played both these games. Like, it's just we haven't won a couple of them. The good news is I can start making mana with this at some point. We just have to play this tapped. I guess theoretically we could have attacked and just gotten a treasure and played a Lelia, but I think that's worse. Might not be worse, actually. We're really far behind, though. Not really far behind. Like, we technically are ahead, but, like, I just feel like at any point my opponent can play an initiative creature, and then we're far behind, right? Solitude on Reflection, I assume. Yeah. All right. They didn't have a land drop. That's really good for us. Ooh, Fury. Okay. If I were to Fury this Thalia, I guess I'm still not going to be able to play a 3-drop if they wasteland me. What if it's better to like just attack with the Goblin Shaman token and then play a Lelia? Which can just attack next turn through Athalia anyways, and I can save the Fury. Kind of think that's better. If they wasteland me, they're still not casting anything. Yeah. I think this is better, which is a little weird. But I feel like Furying Athalia here is just not very good. Yeah, I'm aware. That's fine. Like them using a waste here is okay. Like this, like we can just draw lands next turn and they're just stuck with no mana. Like I think this is an actively good thing for us. I'm aware, chat. I made this play knowing this is a possibility that could happen, but I think this is actively good for us. Like Athalia, I'm at 22 life. Like I don't care. My deck has so many lands in it. Like I added tons of lands to it. And now I have an active Lilia. I can't play this Chrome Mox, obviously, because there's a Thalia, but that's okay. Like, what are they going to do? They're super far behind. They have no mana. And we still have a Fury to deal with something if they play an initiative creature, like, oh my god. Say they draw Ancient Tomb, play a White Plume Adventurer, we Fury their whole board and take the initiative and win the game. Like, Furying just Thalia there is, like, so bad, I think. And this is why Lelia is just so sick. She's just going to do so much work here. Oh, that's a draw too. What? All right. The problem is going to be winning the game 3 on the draw. They're just dead here. This Wasteland is like, I really... Okay, so they finally drew the Ancient Tomb. This is going to be a White Plume Adventure, maybe. But this is a 5/5 attacking. If we draw a mana, we hard cast Fury. If we draw a red spell, we cast Fury. I can cycle this card away. Yeah, I played exactly the deck except minus Bombardier and added power. So I chose to make no cuts because I thought it was more interesting that way. Not that I wouldn't change your deck. I'm quite sure I probably wouldn't play Anarchy, but this is probably the only opportunity I'll ever get to play Anarchy, so. I can't cast this card, though. It's kind of sad. Maybe we can get rid of this Chrome Mox. Land? Magus. All right, I guess we'll just pitch cast Fury. Kill our opponent. I'm not showing them Anarchy. Yeah, but neither of my spells are instants. So, like, attacking with a Goblin Shaman into a bunch of creatures, like, to cast no instants, chat. Like, what's going on now? Okay, so the change now is that we're on the draw, and I think this Trinisphere is bad, and I think this Chalice of the Void is bad. And we have to pick two cards that get better. I think I'm going to play Mindbreak Trap, and I'm going to play Chrome Mox. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Cool. I'm really happy with how we played these games out, to be perfectly honest. This hand does not look like it's it. Like, we do have a Mindbreak Trap, but we have what? Just turn one Magus? That's, like, not good enough, right? Excuse me. I feel like this is a mulligan. But Mindbreak Trap doesn't always turn on either. Yeah. Unfortunately, Magus is just like... because of Solitude, Magus is not as good as it should be in this matchup. They mulligan to 6. I'm going to mulligan this hand. I think this is a keep. I have a removal spell. I just bottom a Null Rod. Try to draw mana. I have like a ton of mana in my deck. Yeah, I don't mind this. Like we might never draw mana and lose, but I actually think that's okay here. I think it's okay. Like this hand has all the kind of tools we're looking for. It just needs to draw mana, and our deck is like a million mana. 30 mana. It's more than half mana. Pretty okay with this. All right, they did reveal Chancellor, which is extremely annoying. I guess there's also like Thalia to worry about, but Chancellor Thalia hand. Okay. All right. Well, we're definitely gonna have to draw mana, but if we draw mana, we just win. So not mana. We can just wait. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. It's like really not that big a deal. We still have a Pyrokinesis that we can cast through Chancellor. They have no mana and a Thalia. Like it's not that bad. Like we have so much mana in our deck. That's not it though. These draws were bad for what it's worth. Drew a Wasteland. I think I'm favored in this game from this spot, so. All right, so what do I want to do? Maybe I shouldn't have played this. Maybe it's just... I kind of just played that without thinking, but... Soul Ring costs 3. Pyrokinesis costs 3. Sorry, Pyrokinesis costs 2. So I could just Pyrokinesis this Thalia, but the problem with that is... I could just play new Thalia. I don't want to use my Pyrokinesis. So the problem is if I use my Monkey to pay for my my Soul Ring, then I have no red source, but I still have Pyrokinesis, and I'll have a Soul Ring even if I get Wastelanded. It's probably just that. Now we'd have to draw a red source, but we still have Pyrokinesis, so. And even if they wasteland, we can still cast Pyrokinesis. Oh, they drew Ancient Tomb. That's basically the worst outcome here. What? All right, well, I'm gonna have to kill both of these things. Just gonna get rid of Anarchy. Maybe I just get rid of Rabble Master. I think I get rid of Anarchy. Yeah, maybe the Blood Moon is too late to do anything as well. I mean, we're just super losing. Unfortunately, my opponent just drew much better than I did, right? I mean, nothing is doing anything here. I'm going to have 0 mana after this sequence. Like, my opponent outdrew me off the top of the deck. Where if I draw, like, Basic Mountain, I'm winning, you know? I just have nothing now. I just thought the Soul Ring would be safe, but my opponent drew Ancient Tomb Lauren, so... Probably better to play this before they play another Thalia. So let's get this in play. Let's exile the 4-mana card. I mean, we have Ancient Tombs and Cities to draw to as well. But I mean, if they just play an initiative creature here, it's super dead, right? They have nothing. What does nothing mean? Nothing means Solitude. Nothing means Seasoned Dungeoneer. Nothing means Chancellor. Fury. Mana Crypt. Seasoned Dungeoneer. Yeah. Well, it could be worse. 1 card remaining. Active Mana Crypt. We kill the Seasoned Dungeoneer. Soken Zen. Is a Rabble Master better than a Fable? Because if they hit no creature, we steal the initiative. I feel like that's probably true. I mean, if I hit Ancient Tomb, I'd be winning. Like, straight up winning. I would have killed this and played a Rabble Master and taken the initiative, and I would win the game on the spot. But I haven't really drawn optimally. You know? I have to play this in case I draw Basic Mountain. Unfortunately, they're going down the Lost Well now, and that's probably not good for me. I think at any point in this game, I had draws that just basically won on the spot, and I just didn't hit them right. It's okay. You just gotta play with the draws you're given. I'm pretty happy with the plays we've made. It's unfortunate that they've only gone top. Oh, they went bottom, so that's good. How close are they to playing an Angel? One white mana away. Bottom pass? I mean, we could get Solituded, right? All right. Shatter Skull Smashing. Pay the 3. Hope they don't have Solitude. If they don't have Solitude, I'm pretty sure this is winning. They could have Swords as well. Yeah. All right. Well, I tried. I assume you go Stash Catacombs. Stash also lets you play an Angel. I mean, they just had all the answers. Not much I can do with they have all the answers, right? Sure. All right. We are so dead. Doesn't really have anything to do with Commander. I don't know what that means. I kept a no land hand and didn't draw the lands. Like, that's a thing that could happen when I make the play I made. It just didn't work out. And a wasteland? The initiative mechanic is fine. People who complain about the initiative mechanic, I don't understand. I simply don't understand people who complain about the initiative mechanic. It's like totally balanced in Vintage. I don't understand. Games of Magic should end. And I should be able to fight on the ground with creatures. And I simply didn't do either of those things. Or I didn't do the fighting on the ground with creatures thing. Alright, we are very dead here. Alright, you win some, you lose some. It's okay. Oh, I think it's fine in Legacy too. I think people just like complaining about new and powerful things. They're the only things that are allowed to be powerful are old cards, right? It's literally a mechanic that encourages you to have removal and creatures in your deck. That's actively good for Magic. No, we're dead. We had chances to win this game. We didn't hit them. It's okay. That happens. Okay, here we go. Round two. I was like, I'm not unhappy with how we played round one, so let's do the same thing this time. This hand has turn one City, Null Rod, Chalice, turn two Blood Moon. It has no threat, but there's definitely upside here. It's a little unfortunate though. Like if I get my Chalice not count, if my Chalice is not counter, then there's like not a lot of points in Null Rod. So I don't know, I'm gonna try keeping this hand. I'm not 100% sure like exactly how good this hand is, but I was gonna bait with Chalice over Null Rod and like not show them what kind of deck I'm on, kind of deal. Like Chalice with no plays. I think that's like a slightly stronger. Like the Null Rod, I think is more strong. It's stronger than the Chalice because of things like Soul Ring, right? But maybe I'm not 100% sure if that's actually true. The worst thing that can happen here is like we're paired up against Bazaar. They put a bunch of power in play, and then like we lose immediately. We do. I don't know. We have a lot of redundancy, but we don't have like a threat, right? Which is the big problem with this hand. We also are gonna lose a bunch of our mana because we're gonna lead City here. So there's like a lot of problems actually. I think this is a keep, but like it's not. I don't think it's a hand you're excited about keeping. We've had some seriously better hands than this, right? What if we cast Rod and hold our Chalice on one? I mean, Chalice on one is like so variably good, right? I guess like theoretically you could hold up for our Chalice on two as well. But like when are we casting Chalice on one, right? Like we're always casting Blood Moon on turn two, right? Well, you have to mulligan aggressively. Like you have to have a hand that plays a turn one threat, whether that's a null or a turn one lock piece, whether that's a Null Rod or a Blood Moon. But like this hand has that. It just doesn't have like a Goblin after. That's like the huge problem, right? But like I can't imagine you're supposed to take a City of Traders, Null Rod, Chalice hand on the play and like mulligan it. But I mean, Not Me's point isn't unreasonable, right? Like a Chalice on zero, if with you have a resolved Null Rod, doesn't really do anything. So like I mean, I don't think it's unreasonable to do that. I just like the thing is, I don't know when we're ever going to be able to play a Chalice, but the fact that the Chalice does nothing is like pretty bad. So maybe it's just enough. Like Chalice on zero isn't actually helping us against spells and Vintage, really. So you think this hand is a sneep? I mean, I understand why you say that, but it's not like it's a top 10% hand or anything. Yeah, I mean, I think you've fairly convinced me that the sequencing of Null Rod first makes more sense for what it's worth. So we'll go Null Rod and then we'll go Chalice. I'm gonna cut the video and wait for my opponent to show up. All right, opponent has arrived and kept 7. So I can't really put content that's not Magic on my YouTube channel because the way the YouTube algorithm is set up, it will just destroy my channel. So like it actually is like pretty bad for me to post content that's not even vintage. You have to like put any content that's not the same content as your algorithm has become accustomed to on a different channel. Like when I was making Storybook Brawl content, I didn't post any TFT content from the TFT tournament because I just like, you just have to make a second whole nother channel. All right, so this looks like it's Arcbound Ravager into Null Rod. God bless the 0-1 bracket. So this Chalice will probably have to be on 2 then. Wow. Null Rod looks so good here. No matter what, I have to lose the City of Traders, which makes me think maybe I'm supposed to play Goblin Rabble Master instead of a Blood Moon. But the biggest problem with that is if my opponent follows up with like a Saga or something. I guess this is only a 1-1, so I think it's probably fine. The fact this is a city and not an Ancient Tomb is like really bad for us, though. All right, so now I can't get Saga'd, so it's just normal dot deck. I mean, if they go Saga Ancient Tomb, right? Like, that's a losing thing that could happen. Thorn of Amethyst. All right, we do have to draw lands, though. We can't draw any of our Moxen either, which is a little unfortunate. Another 1-1. Okay. Oh my god, this Blood Moon Null Rod is so good against my opponent's cards. It's crazy. Simian Spirit Guide is not bad. So if my opponent plays an Urza Saga, it immediately dies because that's how Blood Moon and Urza Saga interact. But if they just keep playing 1-1s and 2-1s... All right, if we can just draw a Mountain next turn, we can get a Rabble Master going and things will look a lot better. Thankfully, these things are turned off, so it's not like it's a huge clock. But also, Rabble Master doesn't really work on defense, which is annoying. But I think we'll start clocking our opponent out pretty quickly if we can get it in play. Revoker as a 2-1 is like kind of a good draw for them, for sure. They named Karn the Great Creator. Yeah, I mean, if they name Spirit Guide, they name Spirit Guide. Haggis of the Moon. All right. My 30 mana source deck has not been kind to me here. I guess technically at this point it's not 30 mana sources because we lose all of our Mox mana. They have a Steel Overseer. They are truly just playing Boomer Shops. I love it. All right, hit the Mountain. Let's get this Rabble Master going here. The good news is the Rabble Master blocks Ravagers, though they do still get to Modular, so we have to be a little careful. It's a good thing we won the die roll. Agreed. Agreed. Okay. That's fine. I'm at 10. Love another mana source here that I can use. That's not null rotted. I drew the one that's null rotted. All right. Get in there, team. I don't know if this is fast enough. We do need to be able to play this 2-2. Hopefully my opponent doesn't like draw a sphere. Ooh, another Revoker. The minute I block with this Rabblemaster, my goblins don't have to attack, though. So at some point, I'm going to block with this Rabblemaster, probably this turn. This is just a mountain, right? That's actually really good for me, right? Sweet. Yeah, I mean, they could block with Ravager and make things stronger. Definitely an out they can do. Okay, they're going to start doing that. All right, so they're going to make a 4-3? Is that their plan? No, they're going to make an Overseer a 3-3? That makes sense, I guess. Okay. We just double block this Overseer, and we're winning even if they get rid of my Rabblemaster, right? Yep. It's a legendary legendary mountain. Because this thing doesn't have to attack anymore. Would they draw? Do they draw Ballista? Oh, they drew a Sphere. Okay. All right, well, this board is parity now, so... Oh. Oh, my. I have just the card for that. All right, I'm winning. We get to bring in some Vandal Blasts. Okay. I can no longer get in there with this Goblin token. Ooh, a Fury. So how much does this thing cost? 2 more. They drew another creature. Okay. Uh-huh. I mean, they might attack here. I probably have to block in case I like don't draw a red card this turn. It's kind of unfortunate. I guess I theoretically could take this and go to 1. It's probably better, right? Just take it and go to 1. Try to draw the red card. Drew the red card. I can't cast this, right? Because it costs 5. Okay. All right. We're back. Hope they don't draw more creatures. No, stop. Okay, it's a Black Lotus. That's not a creature. Yeah, and Nettlecyst or Patchwork instead of Ravage or Overseer means we lose this game for sure. This is a reason this deck is not good anymore. This deck actually like brought down the Aggro Shops win rate in Eternal Weekend. A bunch of people just like registered this deck instead of registering Patchwork Automatons and Nettlecysts. Not a bunch, but like a couple people did that, and I think it's like unfortunately just so much worse. Like playing Null Rod in your deck is much better than like being a deck that loses to Null Rod. Close game. I would lose to a Gingerbrute here for what it's worth. I doubt they run Stonecoil Serpent if they're playing Steel Overseer, Walking Ballista Ravager. There's only so many slots in your deck, right? No, no, stop. No, they have patchwork too. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I can attack all and play a new Magus. No, I can't. Because there's a sphere in play. No! Uh-oh. Am I losing this game now? Maybe we'll draw the third Fury. Okay. No, not like this. Chalice on 0 doesn't actually do anything. They'll still get the +1/+1. I have the 2 mana to pay for the thing here, so. Turn 17, baby! Classic vintage happenings. Oh, gosh. That was definitely a game of Magic. All right. So Pyrokinesis looks good here. Mindbreak Trap on the draw and Vandal Blast look good. Chalice and Trinisphere are bad here. Karn on the draw is probably not very good here. Definitely still want all my other null rods though. It's probably just like a Chrome box. Something like that. I mean, I always recommend people watch my videos at 2x speed. There's like too much downtime to not. I'd love to be able to cut out downtime, but it's just like not a thing I can do at the moment. Needle is fine, but it's like just a null rod that's like not as good, right? Like I don't know, like what card is Needle better than? Do you think there's a card here that Needle is better than? I don't really see one, to be honest. I don't think Needle is bad at all, but it's just like if we didn't have any null rods in our deck, then it makes a lot of sense to bring in a Needle. But we have all these null rods, we have all these Blood Moons, like that's gonna hit all the things that we want to get needled, right? I don't think I agree with that. I think Moon is very, very good here. Moon killing Saga is like extremely important, right? Yeah, I mean you can needle Saga, but like you have 8 Blood Moons. I'm just gonna play it like this. I think. I don't see a card that I'd rather take out for a needle. So. And like I think we just don't have enough threats to take out any of our threats. So like it would have to be like a Blood Moon or something that's bad. So we have a Gemstone Caverns on the draw. So this is the first time I've ever done this on Magic Online. If it's in your opening hand, you're not the starting player. You may begin the game with the Caverns if the luck by exiling any card from your hand. Okay, so I could exile a Chrome Mox from my hand and then play a 3-drop on turn 1. Seems good. Or I could exile a Soken Zen and play. I think like playing a Chrome Mox is like worse, right? Is it worse though? Like if my opponent plays a Sphere, it's worse. But I guess if they play a Sphere, I'm not playing a Magus on turn 1 anyways. I don't think imprinting Monkey on Mox is good at all. Well, I mean, that's the thing we do. We would have to imprint the Monkey on Mox, which I don't like at all. I mean, I guess it's this. It's like it's the same. It's better. It's better, kind of. I feel like Chrome Mox onto the Caverns makes more sense to me, though. Like having extra land drops, I think, is better, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna imprint. I'm gonna use the. How do I do this? Okay. Oh. Okay. got wastelanded. I'm on the play now. Ooh, chat. I feel good now. I probably don't need a null rod then. If my opponent just played Chalice. Lucky or brilliant? Patchwork. Immediately draw my Mox. Actually, I think I'm going to play a null rod now. This is actually tough. So there's a problem if I play... I guess I can't get Ballista'd if I play a Magus here, so it's probably fine. What does slamming Fable really do here? I want to play a Magus here. Like, if I let my opponent play... If I play Fable and my opponent just plays like a 2-2 Ballista, aren't we just losing on board? Why does chat want to play Fable? I don't really understand this. I guess we haven't null rotted, so we can get mana, is what you're trying to say? Fable gets rid of the bad cards. We have a bad card. Like, none of these... We have one bad card. I'm going to play Magus. I understand what you're trying to say, but, like... There's just so many bad things that can happen if we play Fable. I'd really like to limit the number of bad things that are happening. No attack. Can I get away with Fable here? I think I can get away with Fable here. All right. I still want Null Rod, so I'm just going to get rid of the Ruby. I definitely want to keep land, right? Well, I guess I can get rid of land. None of my things cost 4, right? And nothing is... I can get rid of land then. Cool. I think I'm just going to play a Null Rod this turn. I don't think playing a Rabble actually helps me that much. And it makes this thing attack, right? So... let's get a Null Rod in play. My opponent ate the Chalice. This makes sense. I mean, if they just like if they just eat their board and put it all on Patchwork, I have to draw my Vandal Blast. That could be problematic, right? I guess we might be able to race at that point. I like how I played this game out. I think we really minimized the things that could have gone wrong. At some point, we'll have like Furies and a Flip Fable and... Chief? Oh no. Chief is really good here. I think we're losing now. I don't even have the mana to flip a Vandal Blast either. Post-combat Ravager. This looks really lost. I don't have mana with Shaman because there's a Null Rod in play. This card is just 3 mana, pump your team. I think we're losing this game to just boomer artifact creatures. All right, I gotta do some math here. It's definitely take the victory where I can get one, and then 6, 10, 13. So probably just chump. I guess I can technically take the victory. I can't really lose both Maguses though. And if I lose Reflection, it's like really cutting me off of my out of Fury. I think my out in this game is drawing Fury this turn. But if I kill a Ravager, it's like also kind of bad for me. But I have to, I guess I'm just going to jump here, take 7, try to draw Fury, copy Fury, kill this and this. I mean, it's still really bad for me. I was going to double block, but I can't make the double block is what I was trying to do. And if I just double block the 3/3, then I still die. So I'm going to block like this. I mean, it turns on their Wasteland, so I don't think unlocking Moon is a play. Why are we casting all of these post-combat creatures? Stop doing that. I can always attack and then do a Vandal Blast so they can, no, they're just wasting combat again. All right, I die. Even if I block here, 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 I die. If I make a thing and I make 2 things, I die. Okay. I've been successfully vanquished. I've been successfully vanquished. Let's get this Membrane Trap out, and let's bring this Chalice back in. Let's bring this Karn back in. And then I need to cut a card. Maybe it's just another Chrome Box. I feel like I just trim my Chrome Boxes every time now. Don't know if that's actually correct, but Chief of the Foundry is some serious boomer cards for sure. Have I seen Boy and the Heron yet? Yeah, I saw it. That was quite good. How many? What do they run? Artifact creatures, like the whole deck? Pyrokinesis. Lelia. I think this hand's just bad, unfortunately. If I could play Lelia on turn 1, I might keep this hand. But because I can't play it on turn 1, I don't really have a turn 1 play at all. I think this is just a mulligan. I have all of these crazy turn 1 Null Rod and Blood Moon hands. Ooh, this hand is Chalice and Blood Moon on turn 1. We like that in this house. Keep. The card we get rid of is... Oh. No, I don't think you should Rabble on turn 1. I think you should Magus your opponent, and so they can't play a fucking Workshop and play a spell. It's definitely not Rabble Master on turn 1. I'm considering bottoming that Rabble Master. Because I'm going to go City Spirit Guide Magus. And then I want to hit 3 mana anyways. But I also don't really want to bottom Rabble Master. But I can't go Magus into Rabble Master, chat. That's like not a thing I'm allowed to do. That's just not something that's going to happen. I'm going to draw more 3-drops. Maybe. I can't cast Rabble Master, chat, and my opponent can like play spheres and stuff. Yeah. I see that problem now with people. I'm gonna bottom Rabble Master. I mean, we don't have enough dudes in our deck, but like casting our spells is more important, right? And like this is also a removal spell later in the game as well. They have a Soul Ring. This is the dumbest game. This is so silly. Come on. Maybe I'll draw a Null Run. The fact that they have Soul Ring here, like Sphere Chat, keep your land so you can cast your spells. I think we're losing this game, unfortunately. My opponent had the Soul Ring out to my Chalice Blood Moon playing. And they also had a Workshop. I mean, I'm really happy with the way I'm playing these games. Unfortunately, I'm just losing them horribly. Like, the way I play these games, I'm really, really happy with. I just can't seem to fucking win. We're so dead, man. We're just so dead. Imagine keeping Rabble Master here. Yikes. I don't even know if Vandal Blast is good enough. I wish, know what we really needed instead of Vandal Blast? Instead of Vandal Blast, what we really needed was the Purple Elephant. We really needed the Purple Elephant instead of Vandal Blast. Our deck doesn't have that many mountains in it, though, is the problem. The fact that my opponent had a Soul Ring in this game is just so obnoxious. It's so good. It's so good against me. It's crazy. All right, so they can eat, place, 3 counters, shoot. Unlock their Workshop. We're just dead. Biforce, Vandal Blast. I forget what the blue elephant's called. The purple elephant. The best card's Purple Elephant, like by far. What is Purple Elephant? Destroy all. Pulverize. Purple Elephant. Sack 2 mountains, destroy all artifacts. All right, they eat the sphere, they eat the Soul Ring, they put the counters on Ballista, they shoot my team, and then they free up their Workshop. I no longer have Magus. I do have a follow-up, but I don't have creatures anymore. Wait, they're not going to eat the Soul Ring? So they're just killing Magus? Guess that's fine. I mean, we're just dead, but I guess it's fine. Oh, yeah, we get to eat a Saga for the first time. Big. Targeted destruction is not better because people play Patchwork Automaton and stuff like that. Killing my own artifacts is okay. I mean, maybe not. Maybe if Null Rod matters, maybe it's not okay, but... I can hardcast a Fury now if I draw a Fury, but it's like still worse than playing a Blood Moon because of Urza Saga, so... We don't play this because of Fury. I guess I don't have to play this. I can hold it, but we're just super dead. Oh, things are bad. Pump this, sure. Shoot, maybe. I don't think this matchup is that bad. I think, like, I honestly believe if my opponent just didn't have a Soul Ring, we would be winning this game. But my opponent had a Soul Ring, so everything went to shit. I can still draw Fury. It's still good. Oh, this was the thing I wanted to maybe hold my mountain for, but I decided playing my mountain was better, and now I've got instantly punished for playing my mountain. Kind of funny how that works. That was like the one thing I just like didn't like about what I did here is I didn't like the fact that I played my mountain out and then immediately drew the card that punished me for playing my mountain. It's okay. Now I can have 2 draws for a Fury. learned how our deck works. I think I knew how our deck worked. I don't know how much learning matters. I think we have an accurate grasp of how our deck works. It just didn't win. Losing to Arcbound Ravager deck is not a good sign though. Second Chief of the Foundry. All right, I need to draw exactly Vandal Blast. And I guess I couldn't play the Mountain and have drawn Vandal Blast because I need 5 mana for my overloaded Vandal Blast. It's kind of my only out now though, right? I guess I could have attacked with the Goblin Shaman, so I didn't need the Mountain. All right, Vandal Blast. That's a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Am I allowed to discard Fable of the Mirror Breaker? Oh, I'm dead. There's a fucking Ballista in play. Oh, it's only a 2/2 Ballista. I guess I have to discard Fable of the Mirror Breaker because I need to hit Vandal Blast, right? Yep. I should have... God, no! It's fine. Let's see if my Mountain lost me the game. No, the Mountain did not lose me the game. We were not winning. We were not winning. Well, this sucks. All right. Don't call it a comeback. I got the die roll. This hand's sick. Keep. We're going to go like Ancient Tomb, Null Rod, Chalice, get Vigored. All right, I'm going to hold the Chalice again, just like last time. I guess getting Wasteland here is kind of rough. Not much I can do about it, really, though. Tropical Island. Ancestral Recall? Ancestral Recall. It's a good one. Well, if I play Chalice on 1, it counters Ancestral Recall. that would be the big one. God, I got my Fable forced here, and I'm just super dead, right? Not looking good. This is not the matchup where Null Rod is good. I mean, we hit good matchups for like the stuff we were doing. We just like didn't win them, right? Like the last round, Null Rod was incredible against the opponent's Ravager deck. It just wasn't good enough to win. Yeah, well, I mean, if we don't win the matchups we're supposed to win, then it's not a very good idea. It's not a very good idea, right? No, not my Ancient Tomb. All right, they can't preordain anymore, chat. It's fine. No Noble Hierarchs, no preordains. Easy game. No flashback Ancestral Recall. How can we really realistically lose? It's impossible. Was this Decklist having it, actually? Let me go look. 4 Collector. Oh my god. Strip mine? That's illegal. So what does this do? It just makes colorless mana? So my opponent is playing Bant Beans, probably. Oko, Ethereal Forger, Lavinia, Collector Roof. Chalice on 1 actually notably not amazing against this matchup, but does stop Swords to Plow. Oh wait, that's a Underground Sea. So maybe they're back on Bug. Opponent is notably a Bug gamer, for sure, so... One of the players who plays the most Bug. Bowmaster. Okay. Imagine we get wheeled and dealed here. That'd be bad for the home team. Wasteland. Wish I had a Blood Moon. Keep getting all my lands destroyed. They know I have a Fury, so they're just gonna like play. Ugh. I'm dying. This deck is not very fun to play when you're not stopping them from doing things. I think the only thing we've learned is Toast is more powerful than me. Fable. I kind of have to Fury this away if I want to play Fable, don't I? The problem is that I don't have any cards to pitch anyways. So I guess I just play Fable and don't pitch anything. I mean, our deck doesn't beat anything. Nothing is being beat at the moment. Uh-huh. Treasure Cruise? Yeah, uh-huh. Things are bad. They have 9 cards in hand. They have 9 cards in hand. They have a foil Bayou. That's a Tarmogoyf. Ah! No. All right, so if we pitch cast this Fury, and we can do 3 damage to the Tarmogoyf if it's still in play, and 1 damage to the Bowmaster. As long as we stack these the right way. I got forced. Okay, we can do nothing of the sort. Well, I turn off their lands, maybe. The problem is there's a 4/5 Tarmogoyf now. I'm not beating a 4/5 Tarmogoyf. They got basic forest. I'm dying. That's not even a forest. That's like a tree. This is, don't tell me this. Don't tell me this. Why would you say that? No one asked. I was already losing to the Tarmogoyf anyways, right? It didn't actually matter, right? I can't, my Chalice stops me from casting this. This has not been a good day. We are just getting murdered. Murdered. No. Webcam died. That's okay. You don't need to see me dying. It's fine. No, this makes my reflection attack. I threw the game, chat. My bad. I think we were dying anyways, but I did need to not do that. Okay, we were dying anyways. All right, hold on. I need to unplug my camera and reset it. Deactivated. Unplug my camera. Replug in my camera. Reactivate my camera. All right, we're back. All right. Bug. Notably a deck where Null Rod, not good. So let's bring in Red Blast for Oko. Let's bring in Pyroblast. Let's bring in Needle, I guess. Chow's on the play should still be okay. I mean, none of these other cards are remotely playable, so we submit like this. Notably, my golden rule in Vintage is if your deck loses to Bug, you should scrap it and never play it again. So we might, unfortunately, just end the stream afterwards. Okay. Keep. A good hand, for sure. What am I putting underneath this Chrome Mox? I'm playing turn 1 Magus. Maybe I guess I could play turn 1 Fable and put the Shadow Skulls coming under. I don't. I guess Rabble is. This is actually a matchup we could play Rabble on turn 1 because it's a Bug. I guess no matter what, unless we get Wastelanded. I guess if we play turn 1 Rabble, we're not getting Wastelanded, right? Kind of interesting. I think all 3 plays have a lot of merit here. Like, my opponent's deck doesn't actually function if you Blood Moon it. And Fable gets countered by negation. Are they going to Vigor my Chrome Mox with the trigger on the stack? No. We lost to Arcbound Ravager, so it's not going super well. I think playing one of the 2 creatures makes sense here. I'm going to try playing Rabble, though. I think this is a matchup where it could be pretty good. It also insulates us against Wasteland, so... Hey, the old Wasteland. They just don't care. I respect that. They do have the basic Emerald, which makes the Magus play a lot worse. I don't know. Is Moon actually better than a Fable here? I'm not really convinced it is. Like, they can still play a Tarmogoyf and brick wall me, right? Oh. They're just simply vigoring my Chrome Box? The fuck? Sure, I guess. Guess it would have been a lot worse if we played Chrome Box and got them both vigored. Or even getting our Fable vigored. This is a Goyfi. It's gotta be a Goyfi boy, right? I mean, this turn 1 Rabble play has worked out very well for us. Or is it a Bowmaster? Oh, it's a Fatal Push. I see. It's kind of bad. I didn't draw my land for turn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm punished for putting my Shattering Spirit thing under my Chrome Mox. That's very bad. I don't know. I kind of thought putting the Shattering thing under the Chrome Mox was fine, but I guess it wasn't. Maybe I should have just put the Fable under the Chrome Mox. I thought I'd like have a high chance of wanting to cast Fable on turn 2, but Didn't work out that way. They missed a land drop and didn't shuffle? Interesting. I feel like this is a moon. This is a moon angle here. All right, nice mountain. Tarmogoyf? That is so frustrating. Land? Sick. Tough to say. The rabble was like pretty good though. I really didn't expect them to wasteland me after I played turn 1 rabble. That was pretty interesting. So if I keep this in hand and attack and they block here, they take 4 and then they die if this resolves. But they could have Spell Pierce or Force. I think I'd rather just... They could also have or they can't have Bone Master. I think I would rather just draw more cards. Sweet. Does it not hit players? Oh, it doesn't hit players. Okay. I guess this is just attack with these things. I didn't know that this didn't hit players. I guess that makes sense. It doesn't hit players, but... I had to buy these for this event, for what it's worth. They're kind of expensive on Magic Online. Must be played in the budget formats. I mean, we're going to go to game 2, right? Maybe. Moon, 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 moon. Want to go baboon. Yeah, game 3. Woo! I mean, we've never played a round where we went 0-2. We just haven't won 2 games in any of our rounds. Oh, man. Chalice can be something else, I guess. I don't know. These cards are all so bad. Like, they're not gonna... I'm not gonna want a Mind Break Trap, right? Whatever. I mean, I say I'm not gonna want a Mind Break Trap, and my opponent's gonna go like Lotus, Mox. Fury, Gemstone. Huh. So this is Gemstone putting a Blood Moon on it. This Gemstone's looked real good, huh? I've been pretty happy with this Gemstone. Guess this means they get their basic forest. I guess this means they could also have crack Fatal Push, so it's probably better for me to play this Blood Moon now. So I can't get crack Fatal Pushed. And they have to go crack basic forest, right? Or counter it. I guess this means I could get Spell Pierce, though. I don't know. I think no matter what you choose to play into, you play into something, right? This also gets Vigored and negated, whereas this doesn't. It's kind of hard. I'm not like sure how the math ends up there. My instinct was to play Blood Moon, though. I trust it. I'd like to get to a point in this game where I'm hard casting Furies. All right, so they didn't crack and they negated pitching Brainstorm. Bolt or push. I mean, it's like not super comparable, right? Because they're just not the same color, which is a huge deal. So like you're not only asking like which spell is better, you're kind of asking like what colors are better. I would agree with Nami though. Dismember does seem better. Collector Oof, and they already had Basic Forest. I see. All right, well, gonna play a Magus anyways. This does make me farther away from casting Fury. But turned them off of blue mana. Don't think I'm making that trade. Hopefully they like play a second Collector Roof. Okay. Well, mine is pretty good. I think I just Fury these away and attack. I guess I can get Forces their last 2 cards. Zero mana, 2 for 2. My card doesn't do shit, right? My card does nothing. Deathray Shaman's nice here for them, though. Fixes their mana problem. So I could play a Karn and get a Tormod's Crypt. And so this Deathrite Shaman doesn't make mana right away. But is that, like, worth my red Elemental Blast? Doesn't feel like it is. This card doesn't do shit. Why do I have this in my deck? I should have boarded it out. But for what? My Ray Trap? I guess I can get Null Rods and stand them up. Yo, welcome. I think this red Elemental Blast is better than whatever is going on. Like, if my opponent eats their 1 land and plays an Oko, then I just rev it, and it's probably fine for me. So, I guess it's okay. They're not going to be able to get lands into their yard anymore anyways. Like, I assume this makes blue and they play Oko, right? Oh, it made black, and they play Demonic, and they get a Tarmogoyf? Uh-oh. I thought for sure I was getting Oko'd, but this is way worse for me, right? If they have a Dismember in their deck, then they can just Dismember this. If they have a... I mean, they can just get a Tarmogoyf. A Tarmogoyf is pretty good here. I mean, we might have to. Yes, I'm aware if I had gone Karn into Crypt, that would have been good here. I just think that I thought like they would use their mana for a blue spell, and it's better for me to trade my Reb for it. And like then they have no more lands in their yard anyways. Like a Tormod's Crypt is a 1-for-1, they're 1 land. Whereas like if I red Elemental Blast, the thing they use to use with the Death Shaman, it's a 1-for-1, and I still have all my other stuff. I mean, I can't crypt my own. I mean, I can crypt my own yard, but like it doesn't do anything. Yeah, they just get a Tarmogoyf. Okay. All right, well, now I don't have to use a Chrome Mox. The problem is this thing is always going to be a 2/3, right? Because if I use my Tormod's Crypt on their yard to get rid of their instant sorcery creature, I'll still have creature artifact. I mean, I'm probably still... I mean, it just doesn't do anything, though. Maybe I'm just supposed to plus? It's not very good either. I guess I can just hit it, and then I could get a null rod now and hit it and stand up. Just like that. That's not that good either. Unfortunately, like, none of these plays are very good. The Karn just does not have a lot to work with here because it's mostly just supposed to be a 5th null rod. Maybe they'll do the math wrong. I don't know. I guess if they kill the Karn, it means I didn't get hit for a turn. I mean, I can hit my own yard, but hitting my yard doesn't shrink the Tarmogoyf, and then my Karn dies. What does that do? Doesn't do anything. The death rate's off now, though, so we got that going for us. All right, so if I were to Karma script this thing, it becomes a 2/3, and my Karn lives. Is that actually worth doing? I mean, it's probably worth doing. If they just don't attack the correct place. Okay. Ooh, that's a creature. I probably should have left open the basic mountain. This thing attacks, and it's fine. It dies, but it is what it is. I can leave back a double. A double block here is just like is actively bad, right? So I should just like attack with this Magus. Maybe they don't attack with the Karmogoyf. I don't know. I should just attack with this Magus though, I think. Because like I'm just letting the Karn die, right? That makes this thing a 2/3 again. A 3/4 again. But I can't really let them unlock Magus, so. It's fine. I should have attacked for 2. Should just have attacked for 2. This red elemental blast is funny because it just doesn't do anything because my opponent can't cast blue spells, but I guess it can have force of will. All right, I'm just gonna let this Karn die. This thing becomes a 3/4, but I think that's fine. It's not like the Karn was doing anything. They drew Sapphire? Maybe it turns on my red elemental blast, I guess. They could draw like another Tarmogoyf, so I think it's just better to hit the Ponder. Even if they like top deck an Oko after, I think it's fine. If they had an Oko, they would have just cast it. Oh, Chromox is a terrible draw. Oh god, this thing's a 5/6 now. Do I lose this game because I didn't attack once? I might. I might lose this game because I didn't attack once. Ugh. I can't even hardcast a Fury if I draw it. Things are bad. They drew Mox Jet? Yo, this is so silly. They drew on color blue, on color black Moxen. They didn't attack with the Tarmogoyf for some reason. Kind of hate it. I don't think they're losing that race, right? Because they can eat my Fury. I guess eating Fury is bad. This is definitely among my best draws, for sure. Get rid of these 2 Chrome Mox. Maybe we can draw a Null Rod and lock this back down. Wait, why didn't they eat? I guess they don't want to eat anything because it's all. There's only one of everything. I mean, if I get Vigored, I get Vigored. Like, what am I gonna do, right? Also, this thing has to attack next turn because I have a Rabble Master, which is kind of unfortunate. Maybe they're letting this happen so they can Bowmaster me when I discard 2 cards. Bowmaster, kill my Magus. Ah, what is this? It's Bowmaster. Black green. Wait, no. If it was Bowmaster, they would use a thing. So this is like a Assassin's Trophy? Oh, no, no, no. Abrupt Decay. With the basic Forest Mox Jet killing the Magus. Come on. There's no way. They only have 1 card left. Ugh. Uh-huh. Yep. Mm-hmm. 6-7. Goify's getting in. I take it. Time Walk. Eat you with Deathrite Shaman. You lose. Crazy. Crazy. What are we waiting for, opponent? What's the conundrum? You got 1 card. There's some creatures in play. Fable. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Is Fury good enough? Oh. They decided to make a play. Eat with Deathrite. Make a green mana. Hardcast Vigor on my Fable. Yeah. Wait. Are these goblins? Oh, they're not goblins. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I can use these to block. So we're going to do that. Can I do this at hasty speed? Instant speed? Discard? And create. Okay. No, don't say that. It's the 2 damage that I missed. It's the 2 damage that I missed from not attacking. No. It's so bad. I'm always punished, chat. I'm always punished. I'm simply always punished. It's crazy. How am I always punished like this? I bet you didn't expect the red spirits land. Boop. Got him. Okay, so they block, they live, they eat. I block. Okay, attack. No attack with spirit. Have to chump at least once. Because they can block and eat and gain 2 life. Oh, what a game. We've had some seriously close games with some very underpowered magic cards. I gotta make sure I don't F6 here so I can play my Fable post-combat. Damn. Soken Zen being much better than a mountain. That block makes sense. You still have to eat a creature to live. More goblins. I don't even die to a fatal push now. I do die to a toxic deluge though. Ooh, should I Fable? I guess they have to do it beforehand, right? So I can just do it now. Sick. Yes. Magus. I don't think they survive this, but they do. That's an attack all angle for sure. I'm not doing the math, but they can do the math if they like. That's looking dead to me. That's a wee bit dead. Ooh, the GGs. We are victorious. We didn't lose to Bug. The deck doesn't have to be scrapped. All right, on to round 4, our redemption arc. I finally drew my Black Lotus. Keep. Opponent is the power 9. Very, very powerful combo-oriented wizard. So hopefully this hand will have enough oomph to take him out. We've got a lot of options here. We've got Null Rod, Trinisphere. We've got Trinisphere, Null Rod. We've got Karn plus Null Rod. Lots of options. Mox Pearl. Resolvers. Saga Gamer? I kind of want to see Saga Gaming here, right? Ooh, Tolarian Academy Tinker? They're so good. Why can't we be on the play? This was such a bad die roll to lose. It's okay. It's okay. This'll brick with this'll brick, and then we'll play a 3-ball, and we'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, we're in. All right. Lotus Petal. Black Lotus. I need to resolve a Trinisphere. I guess the answer is just like sack all of this and play a Null Rod. Then I can play a Mountain too. Boom! Is it enough? I'm not dead! I do lose to a Saga here, though. Currently, they can't cast anything. They can't put lands off the top. Ooh, it's a Saga. Oh, we need to draw Magus. We need to draw Magus. Fuck. We're dead. Damn it. I have 8 Saga answers in my deck, but it's gonna be too late now, I think. It's so dumb that they have a Tolarian Academy here. Sad. Sure. You got it. Karn cannot target creatures, no. I mean, we almost were able to play the game against my opponent's turn 1 Tinker, so I feel like we should be somewhat happy, but it's still kind of sad. We can Karn kill the Pearl, but then they still make a construct and make a second construct. We needed to draw one of our 8 moons on that exact turn. The only reason this is good here is because they have Academy. If they had any normal land, this wouldn't be good here. That's what's really frustrating. It's just the Academy draw. Smashing, you need a bunch of mana. Grafdigger's Cage is a really good get off Karn, too. Maybe on turn 1, we should have gone Karn Grafdigger's Cage instead of going Null Rod Sphere. That sounds worse. Like, Trinisphere should be better, right? But if we had gone Karn Cage, we couldn't have killed Pearl either. I feel like there's problems with going Karn Cage. All right, Magus of the Moon. Okay. I mean, they could have Force now, though. I'm pretty sure Fury is not going to be large enough. And this is a good sign. If they're just going to make a construct here, it's a good sign for us. Okay, okay, that means this is not getting forced. So Saga's down. They have a construct token. I'm at 12 life. Okay. And then they're going to have 2 mana after this, so they're back locked underneath the Trinisphere. Wait a second. Wait a second. Don't call it a comeback. Okay, so they can play 1 spell off the top. Okay. 4/4. So a Fury is winning here. A Fury is winning. That's not a Fury. I can Karn. I think it's just Karn Shrink their guy. No. Shrink the guy is quite good here. The problem is I think they're going to play a new card every turn. So I do need to draw a creature. If I hit a land next turn and I shrink, I can maybe kill this, actually. It depends. Like, they have enough mana to play a spell. They can just play a Mox every turn. Yeah, so now it's back to 4, so we have to hit a land. Okay. I mean, if we can draw a creature, that's fine too, because it blocks for a turn. It's very close. It's very close. They might also like choose to hit Karn, because it kills Karn in 2 attacks, but like, I kill them in 2 attacks. It depends on if they have a Mox in their hand or not. It's close. If they just attack me and then draw another Mox, though, like, can't beat that. I think most of my cards, besides like Blood Moon and Null Rod and Moxen, are good draws. I guess theoretically I can stand up this Null Rod to a block too if we don't hit. Okay, we hit a land, right? So now I can kill this and shoot this. 1, 2, yeah. I think this is now winning. Ooh, man, our utility lands have been so good. Last time I played this deck, like, I don't think I had all the utility lands in it, but the utility lands have been very good for us. Like, Soken Zen won us a game. Shatter Skull might win us a game. Gemstone Caverns has been good. All the utility lands have been great. Smashing, this is the first time Smashing has done anything, but it's very important here. So my opponent is now locked under Null Rod. Sure. They're locked under Null Rod, Blood Moon, Trinisphere. They do still have a Citadel. And for every spell on the top of the Citadel, it costs them life and 3 mana. And they're gonna have 5 lands to use. So they can play 1 spell this turn, maybe 2 spells next turn. There's not anything if there was a Lattice under our Karn. I mean, there's a Null Rod in play, so there's like no, that would not be amazing. I guess I would still win. All right, so they play a top. So we should probably just get a cage, right? Well, now we don't want to get a cage because we want to play Fable. Maybe we still want to get a cage. All right, so now they can't play off Citadel. They need to find their basic if they have a basic. They use their Island Cycler, so that means they don't have a basic, though, right? Whoa! Big win! What? That's a huge win! That's crazy! We just beat turn 1 Tinker. That's big. That's a huge win. All right, so maybe Pyroblast, maybe a cage, maybe Mindbreak Trap, maybe Vandal Blast, maybe Leyline. This one's going to be tough to choose. Our opponent is not playing Beseech Storm. So Null Rods are good, Blood Moons are good, Furies are bad. Chalice is good even on the draw. Trinisphere is good even on the draw. Karn is good even on the draw. I mean, you also like have a problem where Null Rod and Karn and Lattice don't all go together. You just like don't need to make a Karn board for this Karn because it's just a Null Rod basically. Oh, I'll get some water after this. I don't know. I actually don't know what the sideboarding plan here should be, because opponent is a graveyard deck, but they're not like so far into the graveyard that Leyline is like the only thing that works. They're like an artifact deck, but I'm not actually sure you want to be Vandal Blasting. Like we definitely want Mindbreak Trap. I'm not even sure bringing in Cage is right, but like maybe like just bringing both cages in is right. This could be true. I don't even know if these Pyros are even that good. This is a really hard deck to board for this matchup. I'm not exactly sure what we want to do. Also, I can't seem to freaking find a Beseech deck because the goldfish thing is so up. It's an under Esper Tinker for some reason. Man, this is tough. I'm not really sure. I think I'm just going to not go ley lines and then try to board. What does the blue count look like? All right, I think I'm not boarding in blasts. Or, right, I don't think I'm boarding in pyroblasts. And then I can take out one... Just take out one Chrome Mox. I'm not sure this is right, but this is what I'm going to do for this time. We drew the Gemstone Caverns on the draw again. This time it's like a lot less good though, because I have a Black Lotus. Just gonna put away the Blood Moon. I guess Gemstone Caverns on the draw makes Pyroblast better. Depending on what we draw for turn, I might just play Fable. Man, if we can draw like an Ancient Tomb or a City of Traders, then we can play Magus and Fable or Magus and Rabblemaster. It'd be sick. Or even simply drawing Null Rod would let us play Magus and Null Rod. I don't know. This hand is like not exactly what I'm looking for in this matchup, but I think it's fine. I'm not really confident in my sideboarding for this matchup though. Like Pyro and Red Elemental Blast and Leyline are all pretty reasonable in this matchup. I just don't know what I would want to take out. Maybe I can take out more of our clocks. We use Simian Spirit Guide. All right. So I'm gonna go Mountain, play around Spell Pierce. Black Lotus, cast. I think I'm gonna cast Fable as bait. That didn't work. All right, cast Magus. This Gemstone Caverns has been freaking great. I just only draw the Gemstone Caverns when I have a Blood Moon out or when I'm on the draw. It's perfect. Simply only draw it when it's good. All right, this is on the stack. What are you going to do, P9? Fetch a basic island? So sometimes you put a basic island and a basic swamp in this sideboard. Yeah, there's a basic island in the sideboard. So P9 could fetch basic island here. Could counter it. Is there Dismember? Ah, cut down. I don't like that. Play Dismember. Dismember's broken, chat. So I don't know if you know about this thing. It's called Phyrexian Mana. It's completely broken. And Dismember doesn't cost any colored mana. It only costs 1 colorless and Phyrexian mana. Which means you can just always cast it off of whatever dumb land you have. Urza Saga doesn't make mana, cast Dismember. Mox Pearl doesn't make mana, cast Dismember. It's fine. Always good. Didn't fetch Basic Island. Cut down is happening. Oh, Vampiric. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right. What do you got for me, opponent? Black Lotus, kill me? Might be Black Lotus, kill me. Black Lotus, Beseech. Wait, pass? Shit. Do I just get rid of no cards and play the Rabble Master? Or do I get rid of the Mana Crypt and play the post-combat Rabble Master? I want a Null Rod, right? Do I even need a Rabble Master? Can I just get rid of both of them and try to find a Null Rod? How fast does my clock improve if I keep a Rabble Master? Probably pretty fast. Drawing a Cage would be pretty good too. I think I'm going to discard them both and look for a hate piece to lock the game up. Pre-combat is better, right? Woo! Let's go! Choo choo! I mean, I don't think I'm playing around Pierce at this point. All aboard! Can't cast that. This is why you play Dismember! It's called playing to your ouch, chat. Nice underground seas. It'd be a shame if they were mountains. Just gonna make an end of turn shaman so that if they try to like dismember or something, I guess if I could just turn off dismember. So like if they go for a removal spell, then I am still, I guess it doesn't do anything either. Maybe that doesn't matter. Oh! All right, we're 2-2. Damn, okay. All right, welcome back to 5th round of 6. I'm on the play. I've got a Null Rod. Yeah, this hand's sick. Keep. This hand's so good. These are the exact kind of hands you want to see. Simian Spirit Guide, Ancient Tomb hands. Magus, Null Rods. Opponent has been playing a lot of the deck that's like Null Rod's really good against, so I might just slam Null Rod for... Oh, they're on Jewel now? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna slam Null Rod here, just because of the decks my opponent likes to play. It also saves our Spirit Guide. I think it's better for me to cast Null Rod on turn 1 than to cast Magus on turn 1 here. We'll see if they... I mean, they might have... They change decks fairly frequently, so they might not be on Jewel. But to be fair, like the last 3 times I played against this player, he's had decks that lose to Null Rod, so... Like Jewel, Sheer Khan deck. Basic Island. Oh, sorry, chat. There's a draft. I can't get out of it, so it'll probably get rid of the record. It might flip back and forth between the two. No, I think I'm just gonna name Magus so they can't play like Workshop Metamorph. I don't even think I'm playing Lilia on the next turn. I think on the next turn, well, if it gets forced, then maybe I play Lilia. It doesn't get forced, like maybe I play Lilia, but if it gets forced, then I want to play Blood Moon. All right, so my opponent, who's probably on Jewel, just had a Magus and a Null Rod dropped against them. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, they're not on Jewel. Okay, the game continues then. Interesting. Yeah, I cut 2 Bombardiers for Ruby and Lotus. I don't know if that's actually better than cutting some sort of mana sources, but... All right. Because my opponent is not on Jewel, I'm going to definitely get this Lelia going. They have Force now. It's unfortunate. But I guess maybe they could have had Force the whole time and thought it didn't matter because I had like a... Because they had like a Magus and they have a basic island. I don't know. This is game 1. They're just going to release every single piece of data. Could be crazy. All right, so they are going to force Lelia, it looks like. Well, they don't have a Luris, so. I don't know what's going on, to be honest. They're letting it resolve now. Okay. All right. This is a pretty quick clock. This is a lightning bolt? Oh, island cycling. I think they're on Esper Tinker. They could be on the blue-white initiative Tinker deck, the Japanese list with rings. They might be on that. I think they're probably on initiative Tinker, if I had to guess. If they play a White Plume here, my Lelia is still bigger. They kind of needed to force this Lelia. I'm surprised they didn't force the Lelia, to be honest. Like, a White Plume is probably winning from here. Though I guess they can't play a White Plume because I have a Magus. So maybe that's why. I don't really know what's happening, to be honest. All right, attack first. I think I'm going to not attack with the Magus because they could have a Hull Breacher. I think a Hull Breacher killing my Magus would be actively bad for me, so I'm just going to not do that. I guess theoretically I could have played a Blood Moon first, but I think they also have a Force of Will, so it's like a little bad. Yeah, I guess that's totally possible too. And they could have they could have been their only blue card. Just gonna hold the Soul Ring in my hand because I want to be able to pitch it. So this is a Hull Breacher. Maybe I get repeal my Null Rod. The basic island getting me good. I guess they would always have the basic island because they have Lorien Revealed. Lorien Revealed is definitely a hit against Magus strategies. Are they just gonna Volt Key me? Natural Volt Key? Repeal is their only out to Null Rod. Natural Volt Key repeal me. There is simply no justice in the world. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Sure. Why not? Okay. I hate the opponent's deck so much too. It's just like the most nonsensical pile. It doesn't actually work. It probably looks like this with like White Plume Adventures and One Rings and Blue White, so there's no tutors. And this one doesn't have repeal though. My freaking camera, dude. I swear it's I don't know what to do about it. I think it's just a problem with the link. It's very annoying. Oh, that didn't even work. We're doomed. All right, we're back. Oh, I don't know. It's something like this, though. It's just like a blue-white deck that just tries to draw all the cards it needs. I mean, our main deck is already really, really good against it. I'm not even sure what we want to bring in. I kind of don't want to change my deck at all, actually. Maybe like a Rabble is worse than a Pyro or something, but it's like kind of hard to justify that. Like maybe I take out a Chrome Box and I play a Pyroblast. Maybe I take out the Gemstone Caverns and play a Pyroblast on the draw on the play. Something like that. My opponent's playing initiative creatures. I think it's kind of important to have Fury if my opponent's going to play initiative creatures. Like, I don't think it's like that much worse than playing like. I mean, I don't think it's like that much better than playing like Mind Break Trap or something, so it's probably fine. Yeah, I would only ever bring in Anarchy versus Mono White. I mean, I don't think Anarchy should be in your sideboard at all, probably, but we're gonna do it. Yeah, this is probably fine. I hope. Feels hard for me to put this back. There's had Force Pitch Time Twister. Maybe that means they're not on initiative, actually. Maybe they're just on blue-white Hull Breacher deck. It'd be weird that they got no Underground Seas, though, right? Fragmentize. Huh. I guess it kills Blood Moon, so I guess that makes sense. Saga Gaming. Uh-oh. I think it is just Esper Tinker. I definitely don't want Furies in my deck for Esper Tinker. I mean, should I hardcast a Fury now? I guess so. Yeah, I mean, man, the fact that they got out of Null Rod Blood Moon after letting both resolve is crazy. Chalice. Should I just Chalice on 1? Seems bad, actually. It's just Chalice on 0. Uh, things are bad. Well, Fury might be able to kill one of these. They're just gonna Vault Key me, right? Yeah, this is bad. This is very bad. Top. All right, so a land lets me cast Fury. If not, I can pitch cast. We're gonna do the data, I think, after this game. After we lose. No, we're not losing. Come back. Man, I was super sad we lost that game 1, though. Crazy. All right, well. Hope this resolves. I mean, if it resolves, I think we're kind of winning, right? I said Furies were bad, but here they look kind of good. Opponent can fetch away whatever their top 3 are. They like their top 3. It's probably a bad sign. Ah! No! They're gonna get a Sphinx. Oh, they don't have a Sphinx. Okay. Big. Huge. Oh, now they're dead on board. Shuffle. Chalice is kind of good here. They have a top, but they're at 6 life. And their deck's probably not very good at using Citadel. They need to find swords, I guess. Swords their own creature. Yeah? For 3 life? Time Walk? Oh. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, you got me. You got me. It's so sick. Top deck has not been kind. Oh man. You don't play Cruise in your deck, do you? Wild. This is not a very good Cruise deck. Negation off the top. Just get me out of this game. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see this game anymore, man. This dumb blue-white pile. I don't even think it has black anymore. Sure. Where's my lightning bolt? Oh, baby. Turn them off. Spin for a force. Can I just F6? I'm not playing my land, right? You can F6. It's okay. It's not that good. Is this a march of the otherworldly light? Okay. Blue, white cards. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Going to 1 means you have to hardcast force. Now you're dead on board to Rabble Master. Lavinia. Time Vault. You just draw enough cards. Eventually you can just natural Time Vault them. I guess. I don't know about this one, but hey, it's vintage. It happens. Doesn't replay top. Means they have hardcast force. Hull Breacher. So it's just blue white Tinker. That's so odd. The cost of playing demonic in your deck is like 0. Think we're dead now, though. I believe we have been vanquished. So it's not even initiative. It's not even one ring. It's just blue-white wheels. Interesting. I mean, 3 Fragmentize. Beat up on your Saga opponents. Watch this win. Like, my opponent just has no force and just died to Aurelia. It'd be funny. Looks like they have a swords. Oh, there's a Caracas. God damn it. Unlucky. They didn't forget Caracas. All right. We got vanquished. It's okay. They earned that one. All right, hold on. We got to go do last week's data. All right, here we go. 6th and final round of our vintage challenge. It's going okay. Hopefully we can get a nice 3-3 record. Maybe cash back, though might not even be able to. Should be interesting. This hand has a turn 1 Blood Moon and some removal, so I think it's probably worth keeping. Opponent is here, so let's see what they got. Mox Jet. Okay, and Ancient Tomb shops. Shoops. 3 Fury Hand would be pretty good against shops. Sphere. Okay. Does this mean we can't play a Blood Moon on turn 1? Currently looks like we can't play a Blood Moon on turn 1 now. I think our best draw is Basic Mountain then, right? We can go Basic Mountain, play our Petal, go. Maybe Simian Spirit Guide, and then I can go City, Guide, Blood Moon. Maybe just Null Rod is our best draw. I wish my opponent would F6, though. Just pass the turn. Here we go. Let's go. Mox. Mox is pretty good. So we can use our City and play out a Mox and a Petal. Maybe they'll play a Saga and we can kill it with Blood Moon. Hopefully they don't Wasteland us, though. Wasteland would be bad for our team. We definitely don't want to be Wastelanded. F6, opponent! You have the power! You are the shops deck! You can just F6 whenever you want. It's fun. I believe in you. Me too, see? I hit F6 and let you have your turn. I click F6, you have your turn. You click F6, I get my turn. It's just good, clean Magic the Gathering. No interrupts, you know? Ghost Quarter? Maybe we can get our redemption here. I am okay with getting Ghost Quartered. You got it, friendo. No problem here. I guess technically if you play another sphere, then there's a problem. Null Rod. Uh-oh. 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 Not good. Our own technology has been used against us. Oh, this wouldn't have been an issue if we simply had a Blood Moon. F6. Don't lose the die roll next time. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Name Sticker Goblin. Good thing they didn't name Simian Spirit Guide. It's okay. I have a Fury still. I mean, if I simply draw the Ancient Tomb or the City of Traders, I Blood Moon them. Strip Mine. I think using Strip Mine is worse than holding Strip Mine. I could also just... I'm gonna not use Strip Mine. I don't think I get to play this game if I don't hold my Strip Mine, right? What are they gonna do? Play another Revoker? Ooh, I'm glad I held my Strip Mine. If they don't play a land and I don't draw a land, I probably have to strip mine them. I wish we could take game actions faster, though. I think I'm a little impatient now. I'm done. I'm done playing mono red, you know? It's okay. At least it's the last one of the video. It's fine. Well, I thought it would be good to have a video of mono red, right? Like mono red almost top 8'd Eternal Weekend with no power, so I figured it would be fun to, you know, do a video with mono red, right? Right? I don't know. I had fun sometimes, but my opponents just murdered me over and over again. How much mana do I have? 4? All right, I will play this and I will not pay 3 life. Wait, did I say I was going to strip mine them? I did say I was going to strip mine them. I mean, if like things went slightly better in a couple of games, I'd be 5-1, right? So I don't know. Like you could see the games where like the deck was doing its thing and being broken, stopping the opponents from playing. Yeah, but they missed a land drop, right? Like I'm just supposed to strip mine them. Maybe I'm supposed to hit Ancient Tomb in case they draw Saga. Yikes. You can't play shit. You got a Sphere Resistance in play. I probably was actually supposed to hit the Ancient Tomb in case they drew Saga. Because I'm so far away from Blood Mooning Saga. I still need to draw a soul land to do that. Ooh. But they are not hitting lands, so now I just need to draw any land. Gets me to Blood Moon, and then I think I'm coasting. I think if I can get to Blood Moon, I'm gonna coast. Wasteland? There's no way I lose my land over this, right? Don't make me Fury your Revoker, opponent. Okay, back to drawing a soul land. I mean, we're getting lots of very back and forth games of Magic the Gathering, so that's always nice. You know, little 2-1 beaters. Boom! Headshot! Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. All right, now I'm afraid of nothing. Nothing can hurt me now. At any point, I can Fury away this Revoker. If I draw multiple lands, I can play cards from my hand. They're super far from ever casting a spell because they have a mountain and a bunch of things turned off by Null Rod. They can't play Saga. We're going to be here for another like 10 turns. All right. Opponent should learn the value of F6ing, I think. That's what needs to be learned here. We could play so much more Magic if we were all just F6ing when we didn't have plays. You think they'll concede if I Fury it? They're never playing something, so I might as well. So it'll make them F6 faster, maybe. Oh, they're F6 now. Sick. Let's go. Good job, opponent. Oh, hell yeah. We're one away from Rabblemaster, and then that's a game winner for sure. We've drawn a lot of lands and not a lot of Moxen, though, so I feel like we've been a little lucky. Opponent has not drawn any lands. We drew more lands than our opponent. The game has been won, chat. I did not think we were going to win this game, to be honest with you. I think winning this game... Very nice. Opponent just drew 0 lands in this game, huh? Or maybe they drew all sagas. Shops and sphere locking themselves. Name a more iconic duo. The Tellurian Academy. That'd be pretty good if it wasn't on a mountain. God, I can cast Fury. I drew so much better than my opponent in this game. It's quite unbelievable. All right, we got to win. We got a W. You love to see it. Let's bring in Mindbreak Trap and Vandal Blast and maybe Pyrokinesis. Not sure about Pyrokinesis because they're kind of a more prison-oriented Shops deck than the other kind. The Aggro Shops. The Aggro Shops seems like a lot harder of a deck to beat than the Prison Shops deck for what we've got going on here. We do want to take out Null Rods because they just Null Rodded us. So let's bring in Pyrokinesis, Needle, and that's it though. We don't have enough cards to take out all of our Null Rods, huh? I guess we could keep in Chalice on 2. It's probably more useful. Okay, submit. All right. Let's do it. I want to be 3-3. That's my new goal. It's always good to adjust your goals to things that are more realistic, like winning half your games of Magic. What do we got here? We got a land, a Soul Ring, a Spirit Guide. This hand is a little mana light, but probably a keep, right? They went Sphere. All right, so I have to play Shatter Skull, the Hammer's Pass, and pay life, and then exile my Simian Spirit Guide to play Soul Ring, and then use my Soul Ring to play Needle, and Needle naming Wasteland. I mean, we get Strip Mine, Hopefully we get Ghost Quarter. That'd be better. Nice, good luck. There's a Ghost Quarter. Would you like to hit my Hammer Pass? Probably not. What? It was a joke. Of course I have Basic Mountain. What was your plan here, opponent? All right, well, unfortunately, I still can't do anything. So I guess we just simply play a Chrome Mox and put a... I think I'm going to put a Rabblemaster underneath the Chrome Mox because I think I'd rather, like, first Blood Moon them and then Fable them. But, like, having the ability to kill a creature would be nice. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think my opponent... All right, well, now I am going to put the Fury underneath the Chrome Mox. Yeah, Rabblemaster clocked out a few games. It's not terrible. It's like one of the faster clocks you can play at 3 mana. Wasteland. 5 mana. Trinisphere, that doesn't matter. All right, so I think we're going to lock him out with a Blood Moon here. I have more mana than you. Until we get null rotted, actually. Null rot would be a problem. Null rot is going to be game losing, is what null rot is going to be. I need to get a creature in play before they null rod me. Woof. Let's get a Fable going. All right, I think we made it. I don't know why my opponent ghost quartered me. If my opponent had simply not ghost quartered me, I think they would have been fine. Tabernacle, huh? Well, I don't think I need these cards. I think we're doing it. I think we're doing it live. Ooh, should we free them from this earthly prison? I feel like we're not supposed to. It's so sad. I wanted to cast this Vandal Blast, but we're just not supposed to. How lame. Can we do it before we kill them? Like on this, before this next attack, we're gonna win on the attack, right? So we should just be able to Vandal Blast them. Yeah, play a blocker. No! No, I have the Vandal Blast in hand. I just want to use the Vandal Blast. All right, 3/3. All right, so how did I feel about this deck? It has tools, and it does do things that are powerful. However, those things are much more powerful if you win the die roll, 1. 2, sometimes those things don't line up against what you're playing. 3, you don't have Force of Will. So it makes it tough. But I can definitely see a world where you register this deck, you get some good die rolls, you run into some good matchups, you win a tournament. It's possible. It's not a bad vintage deck. It does do a powerful thing, and it currently attacks the metagame in a very nice way. However, you're still not playing Force of Will, so that's a problem, I think. But yeah, congrats to Toast on the solid 7-2 finish at Eternal Weekend at North America. This deck was sometimes fun to play. And if you want to see more vintage content, make sure to check out my YouTube channel where there are new gameplay videos happening every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'll see you then.